Welcome to Plant Health Advocacy and Development Foundation, Nigeria. I am Obatunde Oladapo, the Executive Director of Plant Health Advocacy and Development Foundation. Plant Foundation is happy to have as our guest today Mrs. Roslyn Temitayo Oniide. Mrs. Oniide is the Secretary of the Oyo State Chapter of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, JONAPWID. Mrs. Oniide also serves on the Embassy Project being funded by AmplifyChange as a member of the project working group. The Embassy Project is an acronym for the project title, which is Eliminating Multiple Barriers to Access Sexual and Reproductive Health Services among young girls and women with disabilities in Oyo State. Mrs. Oniide is a woman of many parts. She also heads an organization of persons with disabilities based in Oyo State here. Mrs. Oniide, you are welcome here.
Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Obatunde.
So please, can you please tell us about the organization that you head, apart from you serving at JONAPWID and on our project working group?
Okay, thank you very much once again. Our organization is called Light Hope for the Blind Empowerment Foundation. We are also here in Ibadan. And the purpose of this organization is to ensure that the lives of persons with disability, especially persons with visual impairment, is an enviable life in the community. We build their capacities, we empower them, we help them achieve their desired goal. We train them on mobility, we train them on computer system, we train them on business activities, any form of business they desire doing. It will be farming, it will be any form, different kinds, just to ensure that they are also proud of themselves. They see themselves as somebody who could affect and be productive in their community.
Thank you very much. At Plant Foundation, we want to acknowledge your very, very important contributions to the Embassy Project as a member of the project working group, along with your other two colleagues, the other representative of JONAPWID, as well as the representative of your Oyo State Agency for Persons with Disabilities. Can we ask you, how has it been from the beginning of the project? How has the journey been so far?
Wow, it has been great. I even love the fact that it is coming at this time, especially when persons with disability no longer desire to go to public health centers or, let me say, private hospitals to seek health rescues, just because of the different kind of discriminations they experience. And because of this project work now, that has actually sensitized the whole community, both the community of persons with disabilities and as well as the community of our health services. It has really helped the administration of health care to see persons with disability with a different eye. Now they see us, they take us as their own. They don't see us as a far entity, like a being that is thrown from heaven down. So this project has actually opened many people's eyes, and it is actually helping out better than what we used to be in attending health centers.
Thank you very much. As someone who represents the community of persons with disabilities, have you had some feedback from members of your groups, of members of JONAPWID in your state, especially women and girls with disabilities, with regards to how readily they access services in the state?
Oh yes, thank you. I think I was in a meeting sometimes, let me say 2 months ago, where somebody was giving an instance where he visited one of our health centers, and he said immediately they cited her the kind of warmness she received. The person is person with hearing impairment.
Okay.
And he's a man. That he was warmly received, and he was able to come out to tell them what he's feeling like in his health status. So that shows that that work has gone around. Even though they may need more of our people hearing about it, but yet the community is already woken up more than what they used to be before.
Thank you very much. I also want to bring one of the highlights of a training we had for 30 healthcare workers on the provision of sexual and reproductive health services for women with disabilities. And that is the aspect of sign language. How did you feel seeing that quite a number of healthcare workers at that training, which you were present, were beginning to sign?
Yes.
Yes. How did you feel? And you were also signing as well, even as a blind person.
It was a lovely one, and honestly, those staffs can never forget what sign language is. Anywhere they are right now, if they see anybody signing, they know what it means.
Yes.
There is a desire that pumps up in their hearts that, no, they are talking to some people here when you see somebody signing. So it is a pleasure learning another person's language, because signing is a language.
That's true.
And when you are kept out of a language, you look like you are not part of the life. But when you are involved in a language, you know, you feel life. There is a life that flows within you. So the health workers that are signed, that are started signing, or let me say that are learning sign language, there is a way they are waiting for persons with hearing impairment to please just come.
Wow. So
that we can talk to you. I can say, how are you? Yeah. I can say, welcome. I can say, what do you want?
Okay.
And all that.
Thank you. That's great. And one of the things we have also committed at Plan Foundation is to go beyond that training to have a course for healthcare workers in your state to go deeper into sign language. 10 one-hour sessions on sign language training, which we would commence by the next period of this project. Beyond that, what has JONAPWI done as an entity to increase visibility and awareness about the embassy project?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I was saying I was in a meeting the other time. Anytime I find myself in the midst of our people, you know, many times we are called together for one thing. Anytime we see our gathering, we take it up as a responsibility to speak on embassy project work that is ongoing, so that they will know that there is a table that has been prepared by Plan Foundation, sponsored by AmplifyChange, to allow persons with disability to visit healthcare centers with ease. So, and this has been our work. We have been doing, every one of us, both on our phones, e-flyer, we have been throwing it all over the media, and everybody is absorbing it because they see it as something very, in fact, anytime I open my mouth to talk about it, they want to hear more about it, and they want to see how much they can enjoy it.
Thank you.
So that means good
so finally, what suggestions do you have for Plan Foundation, for AmplifyChange, and for the government of your state towards ensuring that we increase access to sexual and reproductive health services among girls and women with disabilities?
Okay, thank you. Let me start with Plan Foundation. This one you have started is on a good platform, and you can do better by making sure that every health program that has to do with, you know, sensitizing members of the public is involving persons with disabilities, so that even, you know, when you are informed, there is a strength that comes within you. So it gives you strength to move on and to give more information to people who does not. Then to AmplifyChange, it should seek to sponsoring more of this kind of projects, because it has really helped the society. And let me say to the government, and the government just absorb all these initiatives when they are coming, so that the lives of persons with disabilities will be lovely. You know, lovely. You know, when we are concerned about persons with disabilities, there is this joy that is in the heart of people with disability. But when you neglect them, let me say, when you neglect us, we feel like we are not part of the world. So
Thank you.
It adds more.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you with us. We have been speaking with Mrs. Roslyn Oniide, the Secretary of your State chapter of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, JONAPRID, and member Project Working Group, Embassy Project, sponsored and supported by AmplifyChange. See you again. Bye-bye.